What's up? Hey, I can never get tired of that intro, man. Never, ever.
Yes.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. What's poppin', everybody? This is Grown Ass Man Toys Podcast. Very, very good episode tonight. I am your boy, Marvelous Shots.
I'm Collector 425.
I am the real comrade.
And we are Grown Ass Man Toys. Really, really appreciate everything you guys been doing. Listen, before we get started, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We tell you guys that every week.
Mhm.
Another day, another Sunday. Before we get started, how everybody doing? What's going on?
Nice, man. It's nice and warm and comfy in my man cave because it's cold outside.
I was gonna say, I thought you would say nice and warm. Like, hold on, you live down the street from me. You know what I'm saying? It's freezing out here. Where the hell you went? All right, how you doing? How your Sunday was?
It's great, man. And I just want to take this time to say that I appreciate you guys, man. I think not talking to you guys for a little bit. We come back and do this, I'm like, damn, we got so much to talk about. So
yeah.
we just going to incorporate the guests in the conversation. We catch.
It's all in. It's all in.
Yeah.
So, guys, today we got a very, very special guest for you guys. This is going to be a great interview today. Show.
Yeah.
We did some great ones, right?
Yeah.
We had some great ones. You know, we went through our 2024 lineup.
Mm-hmm.
We put up a lot of great guests, man. But today, this is like those were good. All right?
Yeah.
But this one, I'm really excited for this one because Conrad said it before we started. You guys didn't hear, but I always watch this guy. I watch this guy like every Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
He was doing the show back then. Now he's doing his own thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to catch up to him, you know, when I can and everything. But I used to watch this guy every Saturday. When I get something in, I make sure I unbox it. But before I unbox it, I want to watch him first to see what he said.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because he may say, yeah, it's no good.
Yeah.
So I'll go off his word. I'm gonna just send the shit back.
Yeah.
And I must say on that part, his show is very entertaining. I'm very entertained. And his toy review is on point, man. It's never a dull moment when he's doing his review on certain things. Like his jokes is on point. His beard is on point. I'm trying to get there.
Now that beard, I'm jealous of the beard because you see, this is all I got. And I had this in high school.
Like, I'm giving it everything I got.
So I haven't got it ain't caught up to me yet. But guys, without further ado, please help me welcome the one and only Mr. Robodontknow.
Man. How am I supposed to live up to an introduction like that? That's just too much.
Brother Robo.
Because how many times have I ever said, okay, this sucks, don't buy it?
You know what? You have never really said those words, but your face, your facial expressions, and watching how you talk about it, and you give it, you know, towards the end of the video, you always give your thoughts. And if your thoughts are not like up here, I say, okay, he don't like it.
I probably like it, but I'm thinking more in terms of, I can make this into something else. I can use this somewhere. I have said a couple times, you know, this sucks, don't buy it. But so few times that I can remember back to those exact ones, even though it's been years and years and years.
Right.
And I can still name them. Pow, 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 pow.
Yeah.
But I won't because
I get it. No, it's a reputation. Listen, I was telling these guys earlier, I recently got me a HasLab Sentinel. Okay, so I didn't get the first, you know, when it first came out years ago, I avoided it, and I stumbled across it this time recently for a very, very good price. I had to get it, brand new. Got it, and before I opened, I said, "Wait, let me see what Mr. Robo thinks about it." Sat down, I watched the entire interview, well, the show, unboxing, the review, and I saw you break down the legs, how flimsy they were. And you sat down and you showed them how to fix it and everything. I was like, yo, this guy just really dug deep and showed everything. And those kind of things I appreciate, man, because Yeah, seriously, I appreciate that stuff, man.
I will find a way to enjoy my toys one way or another. But it just happened to work out that way. I got the Sentinel early, and I think I'd seen some people pop the covers off and stuff, but I figure I got a screwdriver. I can try to fix this. And it's not a perfect fix. It's not a perfect figure, but it made it much better.
Yeah. Hey, I followed your steps and mine is great now. So thank you. I appreciate
it. I think after that, I tried to pry it apart. I think I tried to do something more in depth. And then I just kind of, no, this is good enough. I don't need to get full on surgery stuff. So as is.
That's good. Hey, brother Robo, man, I just want to say, I don't know if this was your intention, but your personality, it precedes you, bro, like by a lot. You know, when we seen you at the con, most people I wouldn't walk up and talk to them. But when we were going the way we was going and we seen you by the restroom, I said, man, I just gotta say something to him. I don't know what kind of guy he is, like off the camera, but I just gotta walk up to you and say something to you, just because I have a positive experience with you before even meeting you in person. And you know, I come up to you, I say, hey, brother Robo, like that's how I greet people normally. And you just took with it. You just was chilling. I was like, bro, this is exactly what you want when you're talking to somebody that you see on YouTube. And that's just not always the experience. What does it mean to you that everybody likes? Not everybody's gonna like you, but everybody likes what you bring to YouTube.
It was something that I was really super worried about in the beginning. I mean, like we all are. I mean, if we've never had a camera on us before, it's kind of
yeah.
And I was always the shy guy of the group. There was 10 years at San Diego Comic-Con where I just kind of hung out in the back and just oh, they don't want to talk to me. Who am I? Nobody wants to talk to me. I'm just back here. I want to look at toys. I want to go home. That's it. But then this whole thing started, and I tried to hide or try to persona, not really a persona. I was afraid of people not liking the accent, or or my sense of humor that doesn't always go over really well in person, or that had been my experience before that. But I don't know, there was a point I got to where it was just like, you know what, to hell with it. If they like me, they like me. If they don't, but this is me. I just put myself out there, and that's when things started turning around. There was a gradual build, but as soon as I went, to hell with it, this is me. And
it was so funny because at Legion Con when like Comrade and Marvelous was already just talking to you, and then I walked by and he's like, "Yo, Collector, he's from Grown Ass Man Toys too," and blah blah blah. I was like, "Yo, yeah, how you doing?" like I was like, "Yo, this is Robo. That's crazy. I just seen his review like not too long ago." It was like actually seeing you in person. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little starstruck. I'm not gonna lie.
Me too. Hey.
And that's still I can't wrap my brain around that kind of stuff. People being the other direction, because to me, collectors and especially toy industry guys, they're like my rock stars. I walked up to comic book creators and stuff like that before I went to toy people, because they were just like, oh no, that's they're way up there. So for it to turn around, but you know what, that's part of my whole reason for going to cons, is to actually talk to people, actually
amazing
interact, instead of just videos are cool, don't get me wrong, I love them, but there's no back and forth. It's me talking to a camera and me assuming what's going to be said back. So I just like going to cons. I love hanging out.
Man, it put a battery in our back, bro, because when we met each other at a con, like we're all in, like I'm in Miami, these guys are in Jersey and PA, and we were intending on meeting each other, but we gel so well, and it happened at Legion Con. We just met each other. These guys made sure I came out, and ever since then it was like, yo, the energy you feel meeting people, can't match that on social media. There's no way. So even seeing you, it was like a continuation of that. And we sat there and chopped it up. And when Collector came, he said, "Hey, where's your sticker?" And Collector's like, "I'm on the same sticker. I want the same."
And then we swarmed him with
bro, he could have been waiting on somebody or something like that. I feel like we was holding you up, but not really. You know, the way you was like chilling. He's like, nah,
No.
you know, this is what I'm doing. I'm here for this, you know.
I'd been standing. You mentioned the bathroom. I'd been standing there for, I don't know, 2-3 hours already. You know, I was to the point where people coming out, I was like, I am not stalking. I'm just here. So, but yeah, no, I couldn't have been happier. I hadn't even made it to the floor yet.
Yeah.
Until later that afternoon.
If you walked in the middle of the floor, bro, it's gonna be stopped. Everybody's gonna be in the center of the floor, like Michael Jackson performance.
I know. I just love it. I just love it.
Robo, listen. So let me ask you this: are you planning on like continuing to go to Legion cons and other cons and things like that in the future?
Yeah, I've been doing San Diego for a long time. In fact, you were talking about meeting people. Back when Foosh first started,
right?
Even before that, we were on a custom forums or chat rooms and stuff like that,
right?
Where we had never met each other. It was early days of internet. I mean, I'm talking 99, 2000, 2001.
That's the static.
So, yeah, yeah, or doing emails back and forth.
Yeah.
And I'm talking
America Online.
Yeah. Oh, my AOL. I got to cancel. One more free month. Okay, I'll take it. But so when I told my parents, I was, I'm going out to San Diego. This is 2005 to meet up with some guys I know from the internet. You tell your parents that, and they're just like,
"You're crazy."
It's true.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was just like-minded people. Like I had been searching for those people all my life. You know what I mean? That you I always had that in the wrong place feeling when I was a kid, just because I liked comic books and video games and cartoons up until junior high and high school. And most of the people around here were like, no, we have other things to do by then. So I tried it for a little bit, but no, I'm definitely going to be. Legion's Con is on the list now. It's it's staying on the list. Legion's Con. I want to try out Toylanta, and then I guess they've merged with PowerCon somehow, because PowerCon's the other one that's on my list. If
I gotta go to Toylanta, man. Dudog and them be trying to introduce me to go there, BigDub, but it's right. I'm in Florida, so it's a little drive. It's not that far, but I don't know what to expect at Toylanta.
No, I've never. I did Star Wars Celebration in Orlando, 2017, but that's the only con I've done down in that whole region. All the rest have been west or north.
So you've been running like this since Foosh, but what was the thing that you were gonna add? What is the thing that you were adding to Foosh that made it special when you came in? You said, I'm gonna do this thing other than the reviews and stuff like that.
To be honest, the what was that, 2001, 2002?
Whoa.
2001 I think was when the forums went up, or no, somewhere in there. Like I said, that core group had been hanging out for a little bit online in different places, and the owner started Foosh specifically to talk about Marvel Legends and Spider-Man classics and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So it was just a forum until 2005, when we were like, hey, if we did a front page and posted news, we could get into San Diego for free. Hey, plane. My first trip was on the bus, and that got me over my fear of flying right off. After I finished that trip, I was like, okay, I'm flying. Yep, done. But so we just started posting news to the front page and reviews, and that grew and grew and grew until 2014, when we decided, oh no, everybody's doing YouTube. We're behind that. We were always behind the curve somehow, because Shardamus and all those guys have been doing it for years.
Big guys, bro. Shardamus cool.
Yeah. So when it came to that time, it was like we'd all done our things, and I'd been there. I'd just been running the forums and trying to keep the site up and stuff. But up until that point, it was like, okay, who's going to do videos? Not it. And everybody. So I was just there like, oh, I guess I'm doing it. I had the shittiest job and in real life.
Yeah.
And the free time. So,
Hey, Bruce, Robo, I remember when I was watching one of your shows on a Saturday, and that was when you go over, I guess, Robo News, right? Was it news? Was the food news?
It was just the weekly, yeah.
The weekly, boom.
Yeah.
You go over all the stuff that was announced and things like that. And I forgot what episode it was, but you said something about, you mentioned when you first started how awkward it was and how awkward you were on camera. I had to go find that. So I went back, searched, and I found a lot of your older videos. And I said, damn, I see what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Hey, that energy wasn't there. You was just like, you wouldn't look in the camera. It's like the camera right here. You like, yeah, so this is coming up. And I'm like, Jesus. Yeah, I see what he's talking about, man. So huh?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask you, how did you when do you think that you mustered up enough courage to say, man, I'm gonna control this camera. I'm going to take lead. This is my show. When did you mustered up that courage?
I don't know when that, doing the news in front of the camera, I don't know where that coincided when I was doing the reviews. I started in front of the green screen.
Okay.
And then as soon as I went blue, it seemed, I don't know if that was a mental change or something.
Probably.
But as far as getting in front of the camera, I'd seen Dan Larson was doing his thing in front of the camera, and I thought that's much more personable. See, now I just have a habit of looking directly down the barrel and just doing it, and not look at the picture of me next to it.
Oh, hey, I got to work on that because I'm looking right at y'all.
It's tough because you want to see what you're doing.
Yes.
But after a while, that's just from, I think I counted it up the other day. I'm 53 episodes into the rewind, and I think I stopped the weekly at 350 something episodes, which works up to like 7 years. So doing that on a weekly basis, it just gets easier and easier as time goes on.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Like I said, it's an acquired thing because I never set out to do it at all. Gotcha. When we first decided, it was like, I don't want to do this, guys. And it was a very slow process of trying to learn everything.
So I remember all your the Foosh things weekly and everything. So when did you what time? Well, I guess what made you say, okay, I've done enough, 8 years of this. I'm ready to try this on my own. Now you're doing it by yourself, correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
no,
so what made you decide?
Just me.
Okay, gotcha. So what made you decide that?
That was just a thing. That was just a buildup of, without going into a lot of just boring behind the scenes type things, business structure and budgets and money and everything else. Once you get to a certain point, it's just like, I can do this without all the not people wise, but all the other responsibility. Because I was, the site, the forums, trying to keep people in line there, which wasn't a really huge deal. They pretty much police themselves, but that just the same grind for 7 years, 20 years with the forums, just going and going and going. I figured, more me time. Was that before or after? That was after grandkid.
Mm-hmm.
So back and forth, I got to work on my own schedule. And plus I realized, that channel was me, all me. So, and there was things, we had the toy part of the company producing toys and all that kind of stuff. And it got that I would stress out about stuff, and I'd just be like, no, I can't handle this. And that's no way to be in business, just ignore a lot of the business.
Right.
Hey, I just want to do this, guys. La 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 la.
Yeah.
I just want to talk about toys. I just want to play. I just want to cut stuff up.
Yeah.
So it was just time to go off and do my own thing under my own. It's not like change. as far as video goes, as output goes, I still try to
Yeah.
do Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays.
Okay.
But behind the scenes, it's been a lot more laid back.
Yeah.
Hey, I was going to say that.
Relax.
I was going to say that, Robo. I was going to say, when you was doing the fruits, man, I thought the fruits was you. I thought that was yours. And so did everyone else. I talked to these guys. They thought the same thing. I know other guys who we talked to who thought the same thing. So I was like, man, when he dipped and, you know, when you left and did your own, I said, well, shit, it's kind of it's easy because they already think that's his anyway.
Yes.
Because they look like you. Like the fruits is you.
and I never set out to be. I am going to be the face of this company.
That's how it happened. That's how it happened.
Yeah,
that's
and
what
it's
happened.
Yeah, because I'm telling Marvelous, and I'm like, wait a minute, Fruits is to do with the ninjas, the articulated ninjas, icon ninjas.
Icons. Yeah.
And these two know I have like almost every color. Army build them. I still got them. So I'm like, that's the guy. He was like, well, you know, not really, but you know. I'm like, oh, get out of here, bro.
No, another person in charge of all that. But when there would be problems, it would come up in the comments of, you know, and I'm like, I don't. That's not me. I don't take care of that. So
because your face is on it, your face is right there. So everyone automatically, like I said, everyone thought that belongs to you. So they automatically go to you for all the problems, all the QC issues, everything. We want Robo to deal with this because this is his product. That's what they thought.
Or talk about it on a. That's another thing. That's another big problem. I cannot self-promotion. I cannot wrap my brain around it for some reason. It always feels like, because I did do a couple of videos of the ninjas and stuff, but I always approached it from a, hey, here's what's going on with these. I'm not saying this is good or bad. This is fantastic. Buy one because, you know, part of the company.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't really, I can't. Hey, me. I'd much rather talk about other people's toys. I'd much rather talk about other companies and stuff.
I understand. So listen, so getting to other people's toys, let me ask you, and I'm sorry, guys, if I'm hogging all the questions.
No, you're fine.
No,
I'm
go ahead,
excited to talk to this guy, man. I'm very excited. And these are questions I always wondered, but I wasn't talking to him then. So
as long as you don't take off your shirt or nothing like that, you're doing good, bro.
Is that? Oh no,
no, bro, we good.
What do you think of this?
Hey, listen, man, we don't do that no more. All right, we're good.
Okay.
Hey, I was going to ask you about the play dates. When did you come up with the play dates? What was the concept behind that? And, you know, like, how did that, you know, come up?
That was another trying to integrate customizing into the format somehow, because even before I was, it's Arkansas, so we're a little behind. The internet was like 97 or so, 98, somewhere in there before it was common. And I jumped right onto Star Wars customizing forums because I got out of collecting in the early 90s, high school, graduation, adult type stuff. And then that only lasted like a year or two. And I was back in with Power of the Force 2 with Star Wars when it came back in 95, 96. And so I started customizing back then. And then the Foosh forums was a big customizing hub of people coming in, you know, talking about techniques and wanting feedback and that kind of stuff. So when it came to doing videos, I didn't want to just do tutorials or stuff like that. I didn't want to just be like, here's how it's done, because everybody does it different. There's no right way, there's no wrong way. So with the play days, it's just like I can do customs and just show them, you know, and then give equipment and tools and that kind of stuff. And the more that, because it was something different. I think I'd run several years of just doing reviews, and it was like, okay, I'm bored. I want to do something different. And I think there was figure or fodder in there when I would just buy random stuff to see what was going on. And there was something else. There's a couple of different formats, but they all were leading towards the play days. To find something to play with, because it's not just all customizing. It's, you know, here's this toy, it fits over here. does this kind of thing, or somebody sends something in.
I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, or yeah, and that's another cool thing is people sending in. I never thought I'd have so many heads of myself. You know, of people sculpting my head or some kind of likeness or something.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, oh, is that weird? Is it weird? No, it's not weird. It's cool.
It's
But
badass.
other people, it's back and forth. But no, I love it. But it's just something different to do. If one night I don't want to do a review, I'll go in there and paint some stuff. I got stuff on the table right now that got some kits to put together and then do it as a video.
Nice.
It comes out of boredom, but also something a lot of people do. That I hope they want to see.
No, trust me, we do want to see this.
Man, look,
it's amazing.
Seriously. Hey, Robo, now another question I got for you. I'm gonna ask you about your favorite. I know you love this line because you love it, right? Because I heard you talk about it so many times. It's the Power Rangers. I know Robo don't know. You don't know nothing about Power Rangers too much.
No.
I remember that.
You know, Power Rangers, if Power Rangers came on back in the day, I knew I was late for work. That's my only experience with Power Rangers.
VR troopers and all that.
I was like, oh, dang.
Because I remember hearing you say the Power Ranger stuff. You just Robo don't know, and which is a dope phrase. Like you came up with that, and now you coined it and made it your own Instagram page and everything.
Yeah.
I know. I like that. And that was accidental because when I would talk about stuff I don't know about, people would hit me, be like, "No, idiot! It's this Dragon Ball Z. It's Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Red, Blue, Goku." I don't know. Or Power Rangers, Warhammer. Those guys nailed me every time. Just no, get out of our fandom. So it came a way to say, hey, I don't know this stuff, but here's what the figures look like.
Yes.
And then it just kind of snowballed.
Yeah.
Damn it, it's great.
I signed up for Toy Fair open press registrations or whatever, and it said company name, and I'm like, Robo don't know. I know it's not even grammatically correct or anything.
Bro.
So
amazing.
So I may have to come up with a company name of some kind or something, because
just put it incorporated on the back end of that.
Yeah, INC.
Yeah, Robo don't know ink.
It's like, yo, Robo, I think that's the dope, like the journey, like to this point. And I know you probably look at yourself as just like a regular person that just does anything, and that's probably safe. But like the progression of you not doing this to doing this very well, to doing this to a degree that people want to do it like you, in this way where your head is not too big and you can still connect with people and stuff like that. I think that's something to be proud of, man, honestly. And you're never in a space where you're not reachable, Like I hit you after Legion Con and you was like, yep, I got you.
Yeah. I may take a couple of days sometimes.
No. Hey, you get back. Look, you're doing better than you think. Some people don't even get back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So but yeah, I mean that's a big deal, bro. To be humble or approachable. I don't know if you have to work on that at all, but you did a lot of growing in those years. But can you speak to that?
Sometimes, well, I mean, I was born backwoods. I was born. My hometown is like less than 1,000 people, and it's less than that now. Whoa. So it was working on farm, working in greenhouses. Not ever. I mean, that was like early mid 80s. So when it came time to high school and stuff like that, I never knew what I wanted to do. I never had a plan. I'm never leaving the city limits. You know, I'm stuck here for the rest of my life. Oh, so it was kind of when the internet came along, it was kind of an eye opener, because like I said, even late in the game, when you're supposed to be buckling down and, figuring out what you're doing and stuff. I was still in the library at school reading comic books, and there was a couple of guys there, but it was never a group. So the internet was a big eye opener, and I don't know, I never cared for the guys that had the big heads. That they always, you could always tell that they were full of shit somehow. First,
it's somewhere in there. You smell it.
yeah, and they can't hide it. It's there. So I guess in the back of my brain, I've always tried to keep that. But I do feel like I on some level I miss having a day job, being out around instead of being cooped up. Now I'm cooped up inside this shop, opening toys, playing with toys, and doing just this constantly unless I'm at a show.
Yeah.
And I lose track of people. I lose track of what's going on outside the walls and stuff. So maybe I don't know. I just never wanted to become that guy.
Yeah. There's still ways, but you're making it accessible to you by doing things like this. This is we call it an exchange of game. So we out here talking about each other's lives, fatherhood, kids, we cover all that, and it just works to where you can learn from other men, in the same space or maybe a little bit further ahead than you. And then like when we're talking to you, there's no hierarchy where we like, oh, I can't say this to Robo because he's this level collector. It's like, no. It's like we are the same. We are on the same level. You know what I'm saying? Like if there's a such thing as levels, but it's like there's not a space where you won't understand what we're trying to communicate when it comes to this stuff, And I think that's dope. You could still make it work, but it's just you can find to that space, like in reality, type junk.
Yeah, and my kids are old enough now to keep me humble too, to tell me if I'm full of shit.
That's cringe, Dad. That's cringe.
They'll call me on it. So, but no, it really, I mean, we're all people just buying toys, and that's all it is. There's no reason to get power trippy about it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Robo, I have a question for you, Robo, and it's probably a marvelous question, but I'm taking it and I don't care. So do you ever see yourself, you know what, I'm going to slow down. I'm going to relax. I'm going to hang my camera up, put my toys away.
Preach it.
There's been a couple of times where it's like, you know what, I'm done with this. I've spent too much money, or what am I going to do with all this stuff? That's another reason for building the shop out here. They can just burn it. They can just set it on fire. Bye. Don't have to deal with all my crap, But I turned 50 in 2 months, and I don't know. The past couple of years, I don't know if it's from being, after lockdown and stuff and everything, just sitting at home thinking way too much about stuff. Oh God, I'm about to be on this side of the hill. What am I doing this till I die? Am I going to be able to retire off this kind of stuff?
Yeah.
From doing this, because Google is a harsh mistress. There, as soon as you don't feed that beast, it's just like, okay, you're gone. Bye. We're not giving you any more money.
Wow.
So I don't know. Am I going to be the old guy just yelling at clouds about just who's going to want to watch a 55-year-old guy just going at it on Saturday mornings, Back in my day, we only had 55 points of articulation.
Robo, why you sound 85 and 55 though?
I know, because I'm getting older. It feels like because the trek from 45 to 50 is like, I mean, yes, I'm still top of the. It's just it's a quick dip to make you feel old.
I got you.
That's 30 to 40. Bump all that. 45
seriously, 30 to 40. Hey, listen, when you turn 30, things hurt that you never knew existed.
Yeah.
right?
Wake up with body aches like he got beat up last night. Like,
What the hell happened last night?
Yeah.
Rest last night.
Half of 2024 was me trying to get my neck back in order, you know, because right before Comic-Con, I pinched a nerve and it was just, and I feel like it was just a couple weeks ago that I'm starting to feel a little bit better, you know. It's just
the pinched nerve is no joke, man. That thing.
no.
And then you massaging it is hurting even more. It's like, oh.
But you got to do it. Or you got to hang off the thing, or you got to have to sleep with the pillow like that, or there were several weeks I couldn't get out of bed without just crawling out, and then just slowly standing up.
Wow!
And then I come out here and play with toys.
I got to tell you, bro. Whenever I see collectors in comic shops, or maybe I'm wearing, a shirt of ours and stuff in the store, and they're like, "Oh, you're that." When they're older than me, I'm always like so excited to just talk to them, because I'm like, bruh, you made it to that age doing this, bro. Like, what are you? It's the same thing as in the gym. Like, you see like a dude that's fit and he's like 60 or 70. Yeah. Bruh, what you want? Like, what kind of combination? What kind of pill combo you got going on? Like, I don't want to do that. I'm that age. And they would say the same thing, man. Just look, hey man, stress less. You can't have everything. And just enjoy the hobby, bro. And they never too caught up in the social media stuff, but they love it. Like, they just a little bit here, a little bit there when I can, and then I deal with my family. You know?
And that's what it's been. That's what it's been the past year. Is I've been able to put down the phone. I like it when my phone's like, "Hey, you use the phone 2 hours less this week," and then it got progressively more and more. Because I mean, that thing will suck your soul then suddenly you're like, what happened to this last month? What have I been doing?
That's true. 100% true, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, really quickly, let's take a quick break, and we'll let you guys know how you can get some exclusive Grown Ass Men Toys merchandise if you want that. We'll be right back in one moment.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Collector 425. 1/3 of Grown Ass Men Toys. If you guys don't already know, man, we got merch. Look at this. We outside. We got I'm a Collector. We got the Grown Ass Man Toys podcast. Man, if you guys want one of these cool ass shirts, hit us up. We got sizes medium, large, 2X. We might have a 3X. We got shirts. We got sweaters. We got merch. Hit us up, man. You guys know the slogan. We outside.
Oh, we back just like that.
I finished my bacon jerky.
Damn it took you about an hour.
It's getting good. I didn't want to promote them because they not.
Ate the whole bag, bro.
I ate the whole bag in this sitting, man. That's how good. The only time I eat all my bacon jerky is when I'm watching a good movie. Because we're doing all right. Good job.
Yo, Robo, so when I saw you at Legion Con, and I know that you heard about the dragon, right?
Mm-hmm.
What price do you think that dragon is going to be? Because I'm asking everybody who was at the con that actually seen it.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was my big question too. Whenever people would start talking about it, I feel like because now it's several months removed. Right in the heat of things, it was like, oh no, this, then this. Mm-hmm. But now they keep saying things like "going to be surprised" or "we're trying to keep it at this price point," or man, for it being the first outing, and if they want to use that for other things down the road, it almost seems like they want to like hit people low and out of the gate. Just kind of because I'm gonna go 449.
Yes, there you go. Now I said 500.
Uh-huh.
So right there, 449, 500.
Same thing.
Same thing. The reason I'm saying that is, like you said, it's not too high. Like, I'm not saying $500 is not a lot of money. It is.
Oh yeah.
But, but it's not $1,000. It's not $700. It's $500. I think they want to start there because it's kind of low, kind of reasonable. Mm-hmm. You look at all these big companies, Super 7, and with Super 7, they released the Thundercat vehicle. They released the Turtle Van, and all of that stuff started from $449 to $500. So it was like, I feel like the reason that they do that, start at a nice little amount is when they release the next item that's going to be bigger and better than that, they can raise the price a little bit and you won't question it because you remember you got the dragon, you remember how dope it was, you remember all the things it did, and you paid that price.
Right.
So you're going to appreciate it going up a little bit.
I think regardless, if they do installments, it'll be workable for everybody. It's just like, hey man, this is the first quarter, first, second, and third payment, maybe, and then everybody can get on board. And
bro, that's a big ass dragon, bro. Where are we gonna put it, bro? That's what I'm worrying about. Where?
That dragon, middle-aged Rottweiler.
Yo, and it comes with accessories. I'm curious to know what accessories the dragon comes with, bro.
They don't need
no talking stretch goals and stuff like that too. So
flames.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, it's probably like a harness, maybe to ride it, maybe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And a figure.
Figures with it. They can put some extra figures.
Yeah.
And Robo, I'm looking at your toy haul from Legion Con. Looks very impressive. So how was the experience of that? Like, because when I was there, I was like, "Ooh, I gotta have this. Ooh, I gotta support them. I need this."
Yeah.
Ooh, stickers. Give me more stickers. Signs. Give me some signs. So how was your experience at Legion Con this year?
I got more stickers than I have ever gotten at any show ever.
I bet.
Which is cool. Yeah, to the point it was almost like, I don't have any stickers. I should have stickers, I guess. I don't know. And I've actually hung a bunch of them because I have a wall that I have a partition here that's back and forth. But getting stuff, because I travel very light, I don't want to check bags at the airport. I don't want to. No, if it's not on my back, then it's being mailed or somebody's taking care of something. Because, oh man, my worst fear is, all of my stuff is in a different city. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. No. So most of it goes on my back, and I'll dump clothes. I'll leave clothes at the hotel, and I did for Legion's Con.
Oh man,
I can buy more shirts,
yeah.
but I need the toys. That's going home.
There we go.
So it was a lot, but man, that show is mind blowing as far as stuff. I mean, you're not going to go to any other show and see that kind of stuff,
man. What is it called again when they was building the figures? What do they call it? Armory. Yeah, man, that was the first time we seen that, and I didn't even know how to fathom what that was till I got home, and I was like, I should have paid attention to that.
Me too.
Yeah.
I know Robo did because he has one. Well, I saw one here so far.
Man.
Yeah, I built one, but I'd been on live streams with Trevor and stuff, and kind of a prep of here's what's going to happen. And the Cabal on Facebook, I guess, had an app that you could take the parts and pieces and put them together.
Yeah.
And see what you want to get beforehand. And I did that, and I forgot to take a picture. Didn't bring it. and when I was at intern for a day, our first thing was to go to the Armory experience and do that. And I've told, and everybody knows, I was there for the whole hour trying to pick something, oh God, what am I? No, that doesn't go with this. I want to do this, or I get to the end and want to start over. So they had to get me out. They were like, hey, man, pay for your and go. Get out.
Yeah, they don't care who you are. Pay for your shit.
No. It wasn't that harsh. It was kind of like, are you still doing this? I'm like, yes. So I only did one.
Crazy.
Nice. Yo, so how's their experience of the internship? I heard amazing experience that people went there.
It's crazy that they just let people in, and go through all their stuff, offices and workstations, and upstairs in the other parts of the building that for props and all kinds of craziness all over that building, just all day. Yeah. Not a lot of other toy companies are going to do that.
True.
Here, come in, check it out.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think they invite one person, and then that person can bring one guest, right, or something like that.
I don't know about guests and stuff. Maybe.
Yeah.
I was very late in the game, I don't even remember. Oh, BigDub. He introduced me to
Dub,
and he was like, "Here's who you need to contact, and they'll contact you." And it was like a real back and forth, super quick. I guess I'm buying plane tickets because I'm going to the show.
But Big Dub know everybody. Big Dub support everybody. Show love to everybody. Hey, you can't hate Big Dub, man.
No.
He's just, oh man.
If you hate him, there's something wrong with you.
You got a problem.
You're the problem.
I was so late that I had to overflow hotel down the street, and he came and got me every morning and brought me to the show. And I was like, I can get in. I had Ubered in from the airport and stuff, but he was like, no, it's no problem. I'll come get you. So yeah, it's awesome.
That's beautiful, bro. Yeah.
He gonna get you. He might have to squeeze you before he gets you in the car.
Yeah.
He gonna get you.
He
That much.
Comrade, nice. He gave Comrade an orange squeeze.
No, we don't have to cover that. We don't have to cover that. he was vlogging and then somehow squeezed on me, and he's like, I like him grown. I was like, bro, it's wrong. Nobody scored. There was no touchdown. Come on, man, relax.
He squeezed his ass. I'm just gonna put it out there. He squeezed his ass.
He squeezed his ass, man.
And the way he did it, he said, "Ooh." Yo, it was the first time meeting him in person there. I'm like, what the hell?
No kidding.
It was a squeeze. And I was like, bro, I didn't even know how to respond. I was like, bro,
what do you do?
You turn around on camera, so you can't even like respond like crazy.
Like, you're on camera.
I'm recording, he's recording. I'm like, I guess you got a free one, bro. You gotta pay for the rest.
Yo, and the funny
shit, remember that forever.
Yeah,
it's so true.
Every Legion con, bro. And then when that happened, Conrad looked around to make sure if he's hoping nobody saw that, and then I'm like this, like I'm looking at him. I saw it. Oh, Dub is so funny, man. I love Dub.
Man. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Robo. I was going to ask you. Now, all these guys, Shartimus and Unparalleled, they came out. They tried to do their own figures and everything. Do you have? Well, I know Unparalleled, he did it, and Shartimus tried. Do you have any intentions, any plans on doing something like that? And if so, okay, you don't.
No. Kind of did that during the kit. We did the articulated icons, ninjas, and the skeletons and stuff. And no, it's way too much work. I mean, a lot of guys are built for back and forth with factories and budgets and shipping and getting it here and getting it out to people, and I don't want to do that ever again. It was enough to do it once, and enough for me to respect anybody who goes down that path, because oh man, it's a ton of work constantly, and not even getting into customer service.
You guys were boxing those yourselves, or you had somebody on board for you to do that?
We had, oh man, I've got pictures on my phone. 1.5 Connexes show up at my buddy's warehouse up the mountain from me, and we unloaded 44,000 figures into the yard, and then sorted it into the warehouse and buildings, and then spent however long after that shipping the Kickstarters out and the orders and all that kind of stuff.
Wow.
And the craziest thing is that nobody buys one ninja. Like, it's a bunch.
No. And so when I see, because we eventually moved all that operation to an actual warehouse in Kansas City. It's a professional place. Just pay, because I was like, pay somebody to do this, because I never want to do that again. But so when I see people talking about, getting shipping labels for their HasLabs and it's not shipping out yet, and what's the holdup and all this, it's like, you don't know. All the people behind the scenes just trying to manhandle all these big boxes, or getting only so many will go on a FedEx truck at a time daily. It's a haul. It's a chore.
Man.
So when you say if you order something from another toy company and they take a while or stuff like that, you understand and you just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna wait because I know what it is behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Because I'm very impatient and impatient. Marvelous, Conrad.
Yeah.
These guys want their stuff the next day.
Shout out to Amazon.
Oh, there's an age thing there too, where it's like, okay, but I don't know if I've been trained over the years, because there's always been one company or another that is going to take a year and a half before they even release their stuff. There was Ashley Wood, Medicom. I mean, there's always somebody. Now, when it comes to that, it's kind of like, surely you can get it through a factory faster than that. But at other hand, that's their process. I mean, it seems to happen all the time. So I guess that's just how they do it. But I just paid Ami for a Mafex Luke 2 weeks ago, and it still hasn't shipped out. And it was actually today that I looked at the email and was like, wait, this hasn't shipped yet? Maybe I should. They'll ship it when they ship it. I don't know. Because I'm also to the point where I don't need to review something as it releases. I don't need to pay the extra shipping or any of that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So,
you're not racing to be the first one to drop content on.
It's nice when it happens. It happens. If like a company ships it out, or a Big Bad or somebody gets it out first, I'm going to go out of my. I'm going to be like, oh, okay, I got this now. Let's do it. But no. I'm about to, after we get off here or tomorrow, I'm going to review the PlayStation Last of Us 2-pack, which is last summer. But I just got it. So, and I'm not saying, because it's me, I can review it at any time. It's just not racing.
Is that the 5K Toys one?
No.
No, the Jax. Is it Jax?
I think it's Jax Pacific, yeah.
Or Jazz.
And I'm definitely going to tune in to watch that because I want to know the difference. I know the 5K Toys one comes with a million accessories and stuff goods.
Yeah. There was a third party one, wasn't there?
Yeah, it's a real good one too.
Ultra.
Yeah, I forgot about that, and it's better. But the only reason I got this set was to make Logan and Laura from Logan. So
okay.
I'm going to review it, open it up, or review it, stir them up.
Okay, I definitely want to check that out. Yeah.
And then it'll be Playday.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Playday.
And the price is not bad on those.
No. And I haven't messed with any of that company stuff. So
God of War.
Yeah, and they got some girl with the bow and arrow. I don't know her name.
Alloy.
Yeah, she had changeable faces and all that stuff. It looks interesting.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Robo, what is your take on third parties? Like, how do you feel about the third party scene nowadays? I feel like they're killing it. How do you feel?
They're doing their thing too.
I think there's been so many so far because Transformers is insane. I mean, just Transformers alone. I don't even keep track of that stuff. And I'll get on Big Bad and see their recent releases or come into stocks. And it's like, I know these Transformers, but this company, this company, this company, this company, this company, this company. But when it comes to like the CT Toys, Medicom, or the Wolverine, I got the Wolverine.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Refreshments in the back. Welcome.
I love that figure.
There we go.
Yeah, but it's like, wow.
But there is that scratch in the back of your brain where it's like, they stole this sculpt and are using it for their own.
But damn, they saved me $80.
And I got a bunch of comments. I got a bunch of comments of, CT Toys showing them how it's done. They don't need to charge $80 for their figures. CT Toys isn't paying sculptors. They're not testing them. They're not paying any kind of license. They're not paying the licensing fee for that. So all the stuff Medicom had to pay for originally, CT Toys just yoink, here's a toy, you know. So yeah,
not just Metacom. Who's Yamaguchi? They got some Yamaguchi.
Yeah.
And the white one. What's the white one? White one's Agent Venom, right?
Agent
Venom. They got those.
Venom, yeah.
Man, come on, bro. Hang it up. They got it, bro. They got it. They got the Rock, and they're going. Nobody's gonna tackle them no time soon. Only thing I'm concerned about is it's so good that at some point they're gonna raise the price because it's just too cheap, you know.
Well, I don't know. They're playing hidey hole too. Because they nearly got caught, right, and closed down shop, and then popped up somewhere else. Yeah,
so many. This is a thing why we bring up 5K Toys, because it's kind of the same idea. Then there's third-party companies making a limited run of these characters that you want to see. Like I got the Bro Toys, Decide War Kratos, and the deluxe one is nasty. And I'm like, why didn't people do this? All you gotta do is cut the skirt, and then you got the articulation in the legs, and it's just an amazing figure. I just can't believe that nobody did that before they did that. And now they're gonna come out with another one without the armor on them. And I'm like, bro, this company, Bro Toys, is nasty, but I would have never known about them if it wasn't for 5K Toys. And the price point is amazing.
Is the Bro Toys, are they doing the blank bodies and now they're doing actual figures, or?
Yeah, I don't know if they were doing blank bodies. That's V Toys that was doing the blank bodies, but I don't know about Bro Toys. The Bro Toys is another thing, but like accessories, all of the stuff that comes with it's just amazing. And they do their limited run, they're 50, 100 pieces, whatever. And boom. If you got it, you got it. If you didn't, you better try to find it on AliExpress.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So they get in and get out before.
In and out.
Because they're already done. You try to catch them there. You know what I'm saying?
Plus 5Ks actually, well, I think they are they based in the US, but they're actually overseas company.
Yeah, they tours like LA around that area.
Yeah, as just a distribution point, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, so they do great. They're always dropping stuff throughout the day. There's always a bunch of pre-orders and stuff like that. But there's a couple different sites that are like that now. So much so to the point where I don't really care to look at Hasbro or any other company, like even a Mezco. Like I don't even care to look at Mezco because the quality is getting so good with these things. For example, Savage Crucible, another great line. There's another company that's, I forget the name, Creatosaurus or something like that. It's a giant, bulky
T-Rex. Giant T-Rex with the soft goods.
Armor, a giant crazy cape, and I'm like, and it's like $69. And I'm like, yo, and you can take everything off, put it on, you can swap parts, and I'm like, yo, this is where it's at. Keep it under.
I think half the price anymore is trying to get it into the US to get shipped from the major companies or the major retailers,
Yeah.
Because going straight from China or the factories overseas, wherever they may be, is cutting out the middleman a lot of the times.
They'll go straight from China. I ordered a CT Toys blue and yellow Wolverine, and it said it was gonna be here on Wednesday. I ordered like last week sometime, and before Christmas it was taking a really long time, but now it's like in less than 2 weeks you're gonna get it. I'm like, oh, take my money.
Yeah.
Where do you want? You want my debit card in there? Okay.
Just keep me on file.
You better take it.
Hey, listen, guys, we're gonna do another break. I'll let you guys know how you can I'm tongue-tied. Let you guys know how you can get on the Grown Ass Man Toys podcast. Like we usually do toy room tours, we do interviews, all that. So you want to be a member on here, a guest on here, should I say? Follow the video. We'll be right back in one moment.
What's going on, you guys? Real Comrade here, and I just wanted to let you guys know, perhaps you wanted to do a toy room tour, and perhaps we wanted to invite you on to a toy room tour. How could we make that happen? Well, you can send us a comment here in the comment section on this video, or you can DM us on IG, any one of us, Marvelous Shots to Fox, Collector 425, or myself, The Real Comrade, or even the Grown Ass Man Toys page. You can DM and send a message just letting us know that you want to do a toy room tour. And we would gladly love to sit down and talk to you. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Continue to enjoy the show. We outside.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. Pinky up, perhaps.
Perhaps. This fucking guy, man.
We love it though.
Are you enjoying this this whole hobby and just the leisure time that you have to talk about the things you love?
As in talking toys?
Yeah, are you enjoying the ride?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean,
so the reason why I asked that question, I asked Unparalleled, and I said, "Yo, are you proud of yourself now? Like, you've done a lot, bro. You did so much." And he was like, "Not yet." You know, they're like a
oh man, he got all philosophical with it, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, "Not yet. Until I've done this and done that, then I'll be proud. Then I can be proud."
Yeah. He's looking forward to his own comic.
Yeah,
his comic thing.
So I'm looking at you and I'm like, man, you seem to be a person that has things in somewhat of an order that you're satisfied with. Like, does this make you happy?
It does. Like I said earlier, I always felt like out of place as a kid, teenager, early adult, because I still liked all this kind of stuff, and everybody else was football and finding a job and drinking and everything else. And nothing wrong. I did my fair share, but it was always, how could I? There was also always that fear of turning your hobby into work, which makes it suck, because then you're working and then you're not having fun anymore. But no, 96% of the time, I'd say that it's pretty much. Now there's days where it's like, God, I got to go out there and open and look at it and then edit video. But then I catch myself, I'm like, oh, you dumbass. If I'd said that 10 years ago when I was still been metal at the metal shop, and then doing this kind of after hours, I would have kicked my own ass. Get out there and play with your toys. You're done. So I'm probably, so even though I was did not want to do this at first, I can't see myself doing anything else. This is just what I always knew I wanted to do without knowing it, because I could have never predicted, internet, YouTube back in the day, back when, I was just putting toys on the wall. Yeah. But and I always feel like there's going to be something else, but I'm more of the kind of person to just stumble into it. If I plan it, then there's a chance of disappointment if it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But if it does happen, it's like, oh, yeah, next level. Here we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's beautiful, bro.
Hey, Robo. So another thing that made me gravitate to you, I could say, is your love for wrestling. You're a wrestling fan, right?
Yeah. Okay. Without buying any of the toys.
Same here. Like, I love wrestling. I'm a huge wrestling fan. I watch all the pay-per-views and things like that. I'm watching the Raws and the SmackDowns and Saturday Night main events now, and don't have any of the wrestling figures. Don't pose them or anything like that.
I've got a couple. I've got a Fiend. Well, I've got a couple of Bray Wyatts, but I've got a Fiend, and I've got a couple of Matt Hardys, and I've got Danhausen.
Yeah, so that's a favorite.
Yeah, that's just, I'll buy like toy collector guys or like kind of cool, or people in makeup, I guess. I'm looking up here. There's the Crow, there's Joker, there's Fiend. I'm like, oh, I have a type. So.
Oh, you have a type.
Yeah.
Please.
But I got into wrestling like mid-90s, and then all through the WCW and Raw, when the Monday Night Wars, and then I got out kind of when Cena came in.
Me too.
And then I got back in with when Matt Hardy went broken in TNA. I started seeing clips of that online. I was like, what is he doing? This is so dumb. Let me find more. So I watched all that and then ended up back in WWE with what it may have been right after Shield or somewhere in there, where it was kind of the Wyatt family and
Okay.
yeah.
Are you an AEW fan? I'm not. I hate them, but are you an AEW fan?
When it first came around, I was like, oh yeah, I like these guys from New Japan, you know, the Young Bucks and Omega and
Omega's nasty, yeah.
Oh yeah, and I mean I would see him back. So I've been to a couple of AEW shows.
Oh, nice.
I didn't have TV, so I had to watch the highlights the next day, and I still keep up with the news, but I don't watch nearly as much as I used to at WWE or AEW. Just I watch some pay-per-views whenever we get together with friends or something, and then I just keep up through the news. In fact, Wrestle Talk is one of my morning.
Talk. Love them guys. I watch them every morning, man.
Oh yeah, that's what I ripped the weekly off from them.
Oh yeah,
you know, doing the in front of the blue screen.
Yeah, damn,
yeah,
dope. So now a lot of AEW wrestlers all come from WWE, WWF, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of them. So let me ask you, your favorite wrestler then and now, any company, WCW, TNA, WWF,
Sting.
WWE,
Sting. Even I had a Surfer Sting, the rubber one that had the button on the side that vibrated.
Right.
I didn't care about the vibration part, but I'd Sting, and I want to say it was the pink, maybe makeup
with the box cut, with the box haircut.
Yeah.
But
then when I got to watching Hardcore, he was just starting the Crow thing, and man, the Crow was man,
yeah.
That's one of the only movies I've ever went and saw 5 times at the theater. Now, granted, there wasn't a lot to do back in the day around here to go to movies.
Like going to the movies was like the hot thing. Like, oh, you want a movie? Can I come?
It was.
Oh yeah. Every Saturday and Sunday we'd go to the 10 o'clock and the midnight just because, hey,
just to do it.
And always show up 5 minutes late after the credits start or the previews start, and they'll just let you in. So I was like,
look at what Netflix did to us.
Oh, no kidding, man. Well, my son's a manager at the local theater now, so I go pick him up, and it's like a nostalgia rush every time I drive. You know, he's let me go up and look at the projectors and stuff, and I'm just
and the smell of popcorn, like just
it's crazy.
Man,
one of the few things that didn't change, like the structure, still the same, bro. You know?
Yeah,
ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, the one I used to go to closed recently, but this is, theaters. It's all the same.
Gotcha.
Just depends on wood paneling and sticky floors.
Robo, so now earlier you said something about the accent. You live in Arkansas, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm from Mississippi originally, and so after I left Mississippi, I moved to Arkansas. I lived in Pine Bluff, and then I lived in Jonesboro for a little while. Now, at that time,
isn't Pine Bluff? It's like south, and then Jonesboro's straight north, right?
Yeah,
straight up.
yeah. I had a girlfriend at that time, so I'm married now to the person, but I had a girlfriend at that time, and I was following her around. So whatever she wanted to go, I was going to. So we're from Mississippi to Pine Bluff, then to Jonesboro, and now I'm in Pennsylvania. So I'm a Rolling Stone, it looks like, right?
Dang, yeah.
But I remember back then when I was down there, it was like you said, it's not a lot of people down there now. It wasn't a lot of people down there then when I was going. I was like, that's why I left. One of the men was like, damn, everyone know everybody, and like, oh my God, like you know who you like. I don't want to know your husband, and like me and your husband shouldn't. I went to school with him. I went to school with her. It's just so small down there for me. That's why I'm like, I gotta leave, man. I gotta leave. But you're not going anywhere. You're gonna be there forever. You said, right?
I played with the idea of going bigger city, In fact, what was it about? It was mid 2000s, where it was like I hung out at Soda Toys for a couple weeks and kind of played with the idea of being a painter or something or this. But what was that at that point? Was it I had 2 kids and they were young, 10 and 5, something like that. And I thought, man, that is huge from backwoods Arkansas to LA. It's kind of a because I would handle it. I'm good whenever I go to a city, but I like getting back to the slowness, the easy, just kind of incognito kind of thing, just kind of home base.
Yeah.
But there has been a couple times where I went to the theater, and this is going to be tooting. Hey, look at me. But I went to the theater, and the guy handed me the popcorn. He does this. He goes, "Oh, hey, Robo." And I'm like, "Oh no, in my hometown. No, this can't." That feels weird,
Robo don't know.
Yeah, and my mom was with
Robo don't know.
And my mom was with me, and she goes, "I'm Robo's mom."
It just got better.
I agree with you though.
I'm surprised you don't have a small community of people that just be following you around.
No. I've ran into other, but that was the thing too. Running into collectors here isn't a common thing. It's every now and then we'll cross paths. When you turn the aisle at the toy store and you look down and there's another grown adult, and you're like, I wonder if he's collecting or if he's buying for kids or nephews. And because then you're like, do I bring it up? Hey, what's going on? Do you collect?
It's like an awkward first date.
Yeah.
You kind of reach your hand out like,
I reach
come on.
Excuse me, brother. What you buying? Hey,
yeah.
Do it, man. What's your name again?
Are you gonna buy that one?
Yeah, you gonna buy?
Yeah. Oh, you like Marvel Legends? You like Marvel? You like Star Wars?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, Hasbro sucks, right? Yeah, I know.
Because way back, you'd always fight the Hot Wheels guy. The Hot Wheels guys were the ones you had to watch out for back in Toys R Us days.
Yeah. 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
There's a case here.
Yeah.
Standing in the door already when you get there.
Straight up, bro. Straight up.
Hey, Robo. But I understand what you're saying about the quietness and the slowness, because like when I first moved here, I first moved to Jersey when I left from down south, and me and my buddy at the time, we went on a little day trip to New York City. I took the train to New York, and man, I got off the train and walked upstairs, and you saw like fucking 10,000 people walking towards you.
Yeah,
man, I froze because you don't see that down south. Is not like that. But up here, everyone is so in a hurry. Everything is moving fast. I was like, I literally stood there in the middle of the street and just froze for a minute because like 10,000 people walking towards me, so that was scary. So when I got settled down and everything and got married, we moved. I moved to Pennsylvania, and the area that I'm in, it's almost kind of country. You have your city, everything, but it's kind of quiet, slow. It reminds me a lot of Mississippi because, like, listen, you got your deer out here. You got the big ass deer running around the street. I saw a lot of that down south. You know what I'm saying? But up here, it's like, Jesus, you don't see that stuff in New Jersey, New York. You ain't gonna see no deer in Manhattan. Come on, man. It's not happening. So we see that now where I live at now, and it's quiet, not a lot of people, slow. That's what I'm used to. That's what I grew up with, and I'm comfortable like that. So, like if I ever leave, it has to be someone like that or back down south. Because all that loudness and too fast, I can't deal with it, man. It drives me crazy.
Yeah. And the older you get, the worse it is. I mean, my dad's in his 70s now, and he keeps trying to move further and further. The problem is there's not a lot of further out anymore.
Yeah.
Every time he moves further out, there's people like just everywhere, but nothing like New York. Oh man, I think it was 18 that was heading to Toy Fair, and Nick's one of Nick's relatives died, Veebs, and so he backed out at like a couple of days before. So I was in New York by myself for the first time ever. You know, who I was just like, "Hey y'all, you got anything going on?"
Hey, and these,
Like,
hey,
oh, am I supposed to get into this black cab? Okay, here we go. And man, and I got there and they charged me $150 just for a trip. And I'm like, whoa, I don't know what I'm doing.
and you know what else too, Robo? You can't talk to nobody in New York and ask them questions, ask for directions, or help you out. They're rude and disrespectful. You can't even say good morning. They get offended by that.
No, see, and down here, you know, you're waving at people driving by.
Seriously, every car you pass by, you drive. I drive with one hand. Every car pass by, wave.
Yeah. Waving through or going. Hey,
seriously, you know, you had a red light and the light is a stop sign, and this car over here. Maybe you had a four-way. You there, and you say, "Hey, go ahead."
Yeah. I'm not in a hurry.
Go ahead. You do that so much up here. The guys behind you holding the horn. What the hell are you doing? Go.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Nobody uses their horn down here. I mean, it was when San Diego and then New York. We stayed with Nick's brother and had the window cracked, and it was just like sirens. And I'm like, I will never go to. I was out, but because I'm used to animal noises and wind and different kind of sounds. So, but honking horns freaks me out, kinda. You know, it's like, oh, what's going on over there? Because you hear a horn honk down here, and it's like major like the ground opened up or something. Something happened.
Yeah,
here,
and then
just
in
like,
New
oh,
York,
no, I couldn't turn.
And then in New York, it's not like bing, it's bing, bing.
Yeah, no. You do that down here, and somebody's getting out of a car. It's like,
like,
what the hell's going on?
Yeah. Is your horn stuck? Do you need a mechanic? Tools.
Crazy.
Oh man.
That's so crazy.
That's crazy.
It's true, though. It's true.
Hey,
yeah.
I was gonna say we're not gonna hold you all night, man. We've been talking to you for over an hour, and we really, really appreciate you spending your Sunday with us and talking to us and everything. Listen, seriously, man, we really appreciate that. Now, let me ask you before we get up out of here, what's next for Robo? What's coming up? Something you want to plug? You want to talk about? What's going on, Robo?
Or Robo don't know.
Yeah, Robo.
Robo.
Robo don't know. I like that.
And it's not just the title. That is my philosophy. Like I said earlier, I don't really plan for anything.
Yeah.
I just as it comes along. I have, like I said, I have that in the review space, but who knows if I'll get to it, or I may pick something up on the way out the door or something. But as far as anything big, I think I think I am doing Toylanta in March. It's at the end of March. And then as far as videos goes, it's just going to be the same thing. I am going to go up to Veeb's house. He's supposed to get the Cat's Lair, the Thundercats Cat's Lair here in the next week or two, and I'm going to go up and shoot that. If it's not, I hate to talk about snow or cold with northern guys, you know, because they're always like, oh, it's 10 below up here, and I'm like, it is 31. I'm freezing my ass off. But if it's not snowing and stuff, I'll make the drive up there. Because if it ices,
you shoot like you don't only get stuff, but when your buddies get stuff, you just use that for content as well.
Yeah, Veebs, we kind of, well, I think of his collection as my nieces and nephews that I get to go play with every now and then come home, and I don't have to pay for them or deal with them or anything.
Hey, that's the best way to do it,
yeah. So he gets all the turtle stuff and the Thundercats stuff and all that. So when it's something like big and extravagant like the Cat's Lair, where I can go up and just mess with it and put it together and help him out and put it up on the thing, and then I have content. Woo.
Yeah.
That's good.
Robo, V, ain't that the guy? I think I saw you do a lot of shows with him. He has like his shells, some real long shells wrapping around.
He's got a basement.
Him, right? Oh,
he's got a basement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Yep. That's him.
When he first moved into that house, it was like we went down into the basement, and it was like, you have a huge space here. And my brain started going with, well, how about the shelves going down the middle, or you could have partition or shelves hanging down or something. He was like, no, I'm just going to do the walls and leave the middle open. And I'm like, you're going to fill that up in 2 years tops. And now he's added the middle shelving units and everything in the middle, and now he's filling those up. It's crazy.
Damn.
Nice.
That's amazing, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. But like I said, I get to go visit it, go see the museum, and then
the world of collecting.
I hear you.
Oh,
Robo,
man.
last question, Robo. Do you I've never seen you, I think, review a hot toy or anything, 1/6 scale. Do you mess with that at all?
I think I reviewed, the only hot toy I've ever reviewed is the Deadpool 2. Deadpool.
Okay.
I have very few 1/6 scale. I have Deadpool. I have a Bandai Star Wars model kit Stormtrooper with a eBay Han Solo head on it. And then I have a couple of Jokers and the Crow. Again, the makeup thing is... The hot toys is kind of my wife's way of buying something that she knows I don't have for like birthdays or holidays. So when she knows that I really, really like something, she'll get a hot toy.
Yeah.
And I bet you don't have this, because she surprised me with the first one, the Joker, the Dark Knight Joker with the moving eyes and everything. Oh man, it brought a tear just because she put it in a DVD box, a DVD player box. And, like, yay, a DVD player. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's what I always wanted.
She's like, no, open it. Yeah. That's what I really, really wanted, was Joker.
Nice, bro.
Hey, man,
But yeah, here and there. It's the same with 3 3/4 inch. I have like a couple things, but not much whatsoever at all.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It almost feels like I grew. The way I look at it is 3 3/4 inch. I had as a kid. I had a lot of 3 3/4 inch figures, and then 6 inch just feels right now that I'm a larger person than I was when I was 8 or 10. So 6 inch feels right.
Gotcha. Okay.
12 inch is too big. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, another thing is with hot toys, I can't just tear it apart. I can't just.
No, you gotta take your time with that.
I'm almost afraid to move some of them because of the rubbery material and stuff.
You know what? Some of them can't move. Some of them just look great in a museum pose, like a lot of those Spider-Mans and things like that. Because when you move them, man, the suits get it. Because I'm a hot toy collector. I got tons of hot toys, and my favorite ones to collect and move around are the die-cast Iron Man, because they die-cast. It's metal. Versus
so there's nothing to stretch or tear.
Right. The only thing you have to worry about with that is maybe like a little bit of paint rub or something. Or paint chip. If you like too rough with it, you can still damage it, scratch or anything. But far as like tearing it, unless you throwing it or dropping it, it's not going to tear on you. So yeah, I appreciate that.
So have you had a lot of chipping with yours, or is it just
no?
No.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I buy my stuff and I sit it in the shelf and it looks pretty. And if I take a picture of something, I'm doing a portrait shot right there close up. I'm not trying to make Iron Man fly. I don't care about all that because I don't want him to fall. I don't want him to fall. It could, man, look, this shit $400.
And it's expensive, but man, I like I said, I got the Crow and the Joker, and those face sculpts, those paints,
amazing.
You get close enough, you're like, where'd this movie still come from?
They're getting better and better with the face sculpts and their
absolutely amazing.
The shadows and the stumps and the pimples and the freckles and all that shit.
Pores.
Nuts, the pores, all that. Bananas.
Scary. It's almost scary.
Yeah.
I look at pictures and it's like
that with the AI touch-ups that people are doing, forget it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And the photography on a whole nother level right now, bro.
oh yeah, and that's something. I don't know. It's something that I can't seem to get a grasp on for the most part. For that, I can do poses and I can get pictures of those poses. I feel like, but once you beyond that, the guys make it look like they're actually in a scene or the lighting and I can't. My brain doesn't work that way.
It's almost the same as creating a storyboard for like a character. You got to put the same ethics into it because you're like, okay, where are they coming from? What did they just do? You know, where is the character? You know, where's the sun? Where's the light coming from? It's all of that, man. So it takes me about a couple hours to even put together something. But when it's together, I just shoot all of the angles and all that, and I leave it alone. You know?
Yeah.
For real.
That was another thing at Intern when Trevor was setting up his photograph.
Oh yeah,
he was just like, okay, we're gonna put this light here. We're gonna put this reflector here. Here's some smoke. Psh, take a picture, and I'm like, bullshit. No,
it takes about 2 seconds.
Yeah, but there's also he already has the camera settings in and everything, and that's another thing that gets me is technology of trying to get the. That's why I've been running with the same camera for 7 years. The whole I'm afraid to change because
it's just gonna throw you off completely. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll spend a week to fix it again, if that, and then I'll be unhappy for several weeks after that, and then I'll finally, eventually, find the setting I'm looking for.
Yeah.
That's great.
Brother Robo, we really, really appreciate you.
Yeah,
and spending all your time with us on Sunday, man, and talking to us.
No.
Hey, listen, we got to come back for a part 2 to do a toy room tour. We got to see your stuff.
Room tour. Look,
I'm working on that. I'm working on.
Oh, you got.
I'm attempting to work on
back there somewhere. No diddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I did a room tour in 22, and it's just become a mess since then. I haven't done anything with it since then. So.
Every true artist always has a messy room.
Seriously, man, my basement is terrible down here. They got boxes everywhere.
I ain't even tripping.
Seriously,
I'm not tripping.
This is the only clean wall in the house on the property.
But no, we gonna definitely set it up though. Later on when you get everything situated.
Yeah.
Just don't forget about us when you like. You know what? I need a room tour. Bam.
Please,
don't forget about it.
No, I'll wait.
We appreciate that, Robo. Thank you so much, man. Thank you again for spending your Sunday. Listen, congratulations on all your success. I wish you more and more success, man. Hey, I hope you become even bigger than what you are now. So, putting that positivity in the air 2025.
And hey, if not, I'm still having fun. And that's what it comes down to.
All that matters. Yep. That's all that matters. Yeah, but again, thank you again. And yeah, man, take care of yourself. On that note, I'm your boy, Marvelous Shots.
I'm Collector 425.
I'm the real comrade.
And I'm Robo.
Robo don't know. Robo don't know. Robo, we appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, bro.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, I.